Cruise lines quietly build hundreds of dollars in free perks into every single fare, and almost nobody on board ever asks for them. You walk up that gangway thinking anything worth having comes with a price tag, and that one assumption is costing you more than you realize. Here is what cruise lines never print in the welcome booklet. Dozens of amenities are already paid for the moment you booked, but they only appear if you request them by name at the right desk, from the right person. I spent weeks pulling this list together from crew interviews, forum threads, and first-hand cruiser reports, and it adds up to 20 things you can walk away with completely free on your very next sailing. Number 20 is something most passengers never even know exists. Number 14 involves a simple request most cabin stewards wish more guests would make. Number 1 is the free item sitting right outside your cabin door every single morning, and almost nobody claims it, even after paying full price for the entire vacation. Before we get into the list, do one quick thing for me. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications here on Senior Cruise Secrets, because a new hidden perk breakdown drops every week, and the one about free cabin upgrades goes up right after this video, so you do not want to miss it. Number 20, free luggage tag, Repel playsits, and boarding forms assistance. A 41-year-old from Charlotte lost her printed luggage tag somewhere between the airport and the terminal, and she assumed she would have to pay a rush fee to fix it. She did not. The porter station at the terminal keeps a full stack of blank tags and prints replacements on the spot at no charge, and the same desk will walk you through any boarding form you filled out wrong. Here is why nobody mentions this. Cruise lines want you moving through the line quickly, not asking questions, so the free help stays quiet unless you specifically ask. Here is what you do. Walk straight to the porter or check-in desk and say, "My luggage tags did not survive the trip. Can you print me new ones?" They will hand you a fresh set in under a minute, no charge, no paperwork. Number 19, free trivia, games, and onboard activities. Here is what most first-time cruisers completely miss. The daily activity sheet slipped under your cabin door is not just a schedule, it is a menu of free entertainment most passengers never bother to read. A 29-year-old from Denver spent her first 2 days lounging by the pool, bored out of her mind, thinking every fun thing on the ship cost extra. Then a crew member mentioned the trivia hour in the lounge. She went, and it turned into the best part of her whole cruise, prizes included, and never a dollar spent. The reason this stays hidden in plain sight: cruise lines print the schedule but rarely announce it out loud because the paid activities get the microphone time instead. Here is what you do. Grab that daily sheet the moment it lands in your cabin and circle every single free activity before you even unpack. Number 18, free wake-up call service. A 52-year-old from Sacramento nearly missed her sunrise excursion because her phone alarm failed overnight, and she had no idea the ship offered a free backup. Every cabin phone on nearly every major cruise line connects directly to a wake-up call service at no cost, and almost nobody uses it because nobody advertises it. Here is why cruise lines stay quiet about it. It is a staffing cost with zero upside for them to promote, so it only survives as a line item buried in the guest directory. Here is what you do on your first night. Dial guest services from the cabin phone and say, "Can you set me a wake-up call for tomorrow morning?" and give your time. It works every single night of your cruise, free of charge, no app required. Number 17, free live shows and entertainment. Listen, this is the one that surprises new cruisers the most. A 34-year-old from Miami assumed the big theater shows were an upsell, something you paid extra to walk into, so she skipped every single one for the first 3 nights. She was wrong. Full-scale production shows, comedians, and live bands in the main theater are included in your fare on almost every mainstream cruise line, and only the specialty dinner theater experiences carry a charge. The confusion is exactly the point. Cruise lines let the assumption slide because guests who assume it costs money often just stay away and spend elsewhere on the ship instead. Here is what you do. Check your daily sheet for the main theater show times and just show up. No ticket, no reservation, no charge. Arrive 15 minutes early for a good seat. Number 16, free cruise port maps and local information. Here is what excursion desks do not advertise loudly. You do not need to book a paid tour to get real useful information about a port. A 47-year-old from Phoenix walked off the ship in Cozumel with no plan and nearly booked an overpriced taxi tour out of pure panic. Instead, she stopped at the port information desk, and staff there handed her a free printed map, marked the walkable beaches, and told her exactly which taxis charged fair rates. Cruise lines keep this desk low-key because every dollar you spend on an independent adventure is a dollar that did not go toward their own paid shore excursions. Here is what you do before disembarking in any port. Stop at the port information table near the gangway and ask for a free map along with local recommendations. It takes 30 seconds and saves real money. Number 15. Free GYM and Fayette Center access. A 38-year-old from Austin assumed the fitness center would carry a day pass fee, the way some resort gyms do, so she skipped it for her entire cruise and felt sluggish by day 4. The fitness center, the basic cardio equipment, and the free weights are included in your cruise fare on virtually every ship, and only the specialty classes like spin or yoga sessions carry an extra charge. Cruise lines rarely promote the free gym hard because the paid fitness classes generate real revenue, so the free equipment gets a small sign instead of an announcement. Here is what you do. Check your daily sheet for open gym hours. Walk in anytime during those windows and use the treadmills, bikes, and free weights at absolutely no cost. Just bring your own towel and water bottle. Number 14. Free cabin mini fridge cooling on request. This next one catches even experienced cruisers off guard. A 55-year-old from Portland needed her insulin kept cold and assumed she would have to pay to have the stocked minibar items removed and the fridge cleared for medical use. She did not. Nearly every cruise line will empty your cabin mini fridge completely and let you use it purely as cold storage at no charge, as long as you ask your steward directly instead of assuming it is locked in as a paid minibar. Here is why this stays hidden. Cruise lines profit from minibar sales, so they never volunteer that the fridge can simply become free cold storage the moment you ask. Here is what you do. Tell your steward on day 1, please remove everything from the fridge. I would like to use it for my own items, and it is done within the hour. Number 13. Free ice cream and frozen yogurt. A 26-year-old from San Diego spent $40 on specialty desserts before realizing the soft serve machine by the pool deck was completely free the entire time. On most mainstream cruise lines, the self-serve, soft serve, or frozen yogurt station near the pool is included in your fare, while only the specialty ice cream parlor with waffle cones and toppings bars carries a charge. Cruise lines place both stations close together on purpose, because the confusion between free and paid pushes guests toward the paid counter without a second thought. Here is what you do. Look for the self-serve machine near the pool deck. Grab a cup and help yourself as many times a day as you want, completely free, and save the specialty parlor for a planned treat instead of a daily habit. Number 12. Free daily room ice delivery. Here is something almost nobody thinks to ask for. A 61-year-old from Seattle wanted to keep a bottle of wine chilled in her cabin and figured she would have to buy a bucket of ice from room service every single time. Wrong. Cabin stewards will deliver a full ice bucket to your room daily at no cost, and most will refill it again on request without blinking. This perk survives quietly because it never makes it onto any printed amenities list. It lives entirely in steward routine and personal request. Here is what you do. Ask your steward on the first day, could you bring ice to my cabin daily? And mention if you want it refreshed at a certain time. It becomes part of your daily service at zero extra cost. Number 11. Free first aid and seasickness tablet TS. A 44-year-old from Orlando felt the ship rocking on the first night and assumed a trip to the medical center would cost a full consultation fee just to get motion sickness relief. It did not have to. Guest services and the medical desk both stock free over-the-counter seasickness tablets and basic first aid items like bandages and antacids, available simply by asking at the front desk. No appointment and no medical charge for the basic items. Cruise lines keep this quiet because they would rather you buy branded remedies from the gift shop at a markup. Here is what you do. If you feel unwell or need a small first aid item, go straight to guest services and ask, do you have any free seasickness tablets or basic first aid supplies before you ever consider the gift shop, since the free version usually works just as well anyway. Number 10. Free playing cards and board games. A 33-year-old from Nashville searched 3 gift shops for a deck of cards before a rainy sea day, ready to pay whatever price they asked. She never needed to spend a cent. Guest services and most ship libraries keep a full stock of playing cards, board games, and puzzles available to borrow completely free for the length of your cruise. This perk gets buried because cruise lines would much rather sell you a branded souvenir deck from the shop than remind you a free one is sitting 2 decks away. Here is what you do. Head to guest services or the ship library and ask, "Do you have games or cards available to borrow?" And you will walk away with everything you need for a full afternoon of entertainment, free of charge. Number 9. Free late night pizza, burgers, and snacks. Here is the one that shocks people the most. A 22-year-old from Tampa assumed every food option after midnight came with room service charges, so he went to bed hungry on night 1 rather than risk a surprise fee. On nearly every major cruise line, late-night pizza, burgers, and grill items at designated outdoor stations remain completely free around the clock. It is only the in-cabin room service menu after certain hours that sometimes carries a small delivery charge. Cruise lines blur this line on purpose because the confusion nudges tired, hungry guests toward the paid room service option instead of walking to the free station. Here is what you do. Before you order room service late at night, check whether a free pizza or grill station is still open. It usually is, and it costs nothing. Number 8. Free pillow menu or extra pillow. A 58-year-old from Minneapolis struggled to sleep for 2 nights before learning that most ships offer a full pillow menu, firm, soft, memory foam, even a body pillow, all free simply by request. She assumed comfort upgrades like that always carried a fee, the way some hotels charge for premium pillows. Cruise lines rarely mention the pillow menu because it is a small line item buried deep in the housekeeping binder, not something anyone announces at check-in. Here is what you do. Ask your steward directly. Do you have a pillow menu or extra pillows available? And specify what kind of firmness you prefer. You will usually have new pillows waiting by the time you return from dinner at 0 extra cost. Number 7. Free drinking water, tea, coffee, and juice. This one trips up more travelers than almost anything else on this list. A 36-year-old from Houston bought a drink package on day 1 purely out of fear that basic beverages would rack up charges throughout the week. She did not need to. Regular drip coffee, hot tea, iced tea, lemonade, and water from the buffet and dining room stations are included in every fare, no package required. It is only specialty espresso drinks, bottled water, and alcohol that carry a separate charge. Cruise lines keep the free and paid beverage stations positioned close together on purpose because the visual confusion drives package upsells before guests even ask a question. Here is what you do. Before buying any drink package purely for basics, check the buffet beverage station first. The free options usually cover everything you actually need day to day. Number 6. Free birthday or anniversary dessert. Here is a perk almost nobody claims because almost nobody thinks to ask. A 49-year-old from Denver celebrated her anniversary on board and assumed a special cake would mean a hefty charge added to her onboard account. It never did. If you mention a birthday or anniversary when booking, or simply tell your dining room server. On the first night, most cruise lines will deliver a free cake or dessert with a small celebration moment at your table, completely included in your fare. This stays quiet because it depends entirely on guests speaking up. Cruise lines will not chase you down to ask if you are celebrating something. Here is what you do. Tell your dining room server on night 1, "We are celebrating a birthday or anniversary this trip," and the surprise usually arrives within a day or 2 at no cost at all. Number 5. Free meal tipple entrées in the main dining room. A 27-year-old from Chicago sat in the main dining room torn between 2 entrees and assumed ordering both would trigger an extra charge the way it might at a restaurant back home. It did not. In the main dining room, you are free to order as many entrees, appetizers, or desserts as you want in a single sitting, all included in your fare, with 0 limit on quantity. Cruise lines never announce this loudly because unlimited ordering sounds expensive to print on a menu, so servers simply allow it quietly rather than advertise it as a headline feature. Here is what you do. If 2 dishes catch your eye, just tell your server, "Could I please have both of these? I could not decide." Servers hear this constantly and bring both without hesitation, completely free. Number 4. Free specialty bags from the buffet. A 63-year-old from Tucson brought her own specialty tea bags from home because she assumed the buffet only carried generic bags, and she did not want to pay a premium at the coffee bar. She never needed to pack them. Most buffets stock a wider selection of specialty and herbal tea bags than most guests realize, tucked into a side station near the hot water dispenser, completely free and often overlooked because the display is small and easy to miss. Cruise lines do not highlight it because tea is a low-margin item nobody needs to be upsold on, so it simply sits there unmarketed. Here is what you do. Check the full tea station near the buffet beverage counter before assuming your only free option is plain black tea. You will likely find several herbal and specialty varieties waiting. Number 3. Free beach towels for port days. Here is a mistake that costs real suitcase space every single cruise. A 31-year-old from Las Vegas packed 2 full beach towels from home, taking up precious luggage room, assuming the ship charged extra for towel service on port days. Cruise ships hand out beach towels completely free for every port day, usually from a towel station near the pool or gangway, and you simply swap your used one for a fresh one as needed throughout the week. The only charge that ever comes into play is a small fee if a towel goes missing entirely at the end of the cruise. Here is what you do. Skip packing your own beach towels altogether, grab one from the towel station on your way off the ship each port day, and return it afterward, completely free the entire trip. Number 2. Free extra hangers for your cabin. A 45-year-old from Boston unpacked her suitcase and found exactly 6 hangers in her small cabin closet, nowhere near enough for a week-long trip with formal night outfits included. She assumed asking for more would come with a small fee, the way some hotels charge for extra amenities. It never does. Stewards keep a supply of extra hangers specifically for this request, and handing over 5 or 6 more takes them less than a minute, completely free of charge. This perk stays hidden simply because most guests never think to ask. They just cram clothes onto the hangers they were given and live with the wrinkles. Here is what you do. On your first day, tell your steward, "Could I get a few extra hangers for my closet?" And your cabin will feel noticeably more organized and less cramped by the time you sit down for dinner. Number 1. Free room service breakfast. Alright, here is the one that surprises nearly every first-time cruiser, and it might be the single most valuable free perk on this entire list. A 39-year-old from Atlanta assumed room service breakfast delivered straight to her balcony would come with a delivery charge, the same way a late-night snack sometimes does. So she skipped it every single morning and rushed to a crowded buffet instead. She was wrong the whole time. On nearly every mainstream cruise line, a full continental breakfast delivered directly to your cabin door each morning is completely free. No charge, no tip required. You simply fill out the door hanger card the night before with your choices and a wake-up time. The reason this perk stays so quiet: cruise lines want you up and moving through paid breakfast venues, not lingering in bed with a free tray, so the door hanger gets a tiny mention in your welcome packet and nothing more. Here is what you do on your very first night. Find the breakfast door hanger in your cabin. Check the boxes for coffee, juice, pastries, and eggs, hang it outside your door before midnight, and wake up to a completely free breakfast on your own balcony. No lines, no charge, and honestly, one of the best parts of the entire cruise. Now, knowing all 20 of these free perks will not matter much if you spend the whole week too shy to actually ask for them. So, here is your homework. Pick just 3 items from this list and ask for them on your very next cruise. You will be shocked how much value adds up from a few polite questions asked at the right desk. If this video helped you plan a smarter trip, tap that subscribe button here on Senior Cruise Secrets. Drop a comment telling me which free perk surprised you the most. And share this with a fellow cruiser who always assumes everything on board costs extra money it never actually needed to cost. Because the truth is, the best parts of your cruise were already paid for the moment you booked. You just have to ask.